This is Dr. Janardhan Pawar from TC College Baramati. Friends, in last lecture we have talked about the concept of business letter, and now today we are going to start our first topic of second term, as we have started our second term. And let me tell you something about second term. In this second term there are four topics for your syllabus, and we are going to complete all those four topics. And I hope you people have enjoyed my lectures of first term, and now we are here for second term. And we are going to talk about this second term also, as there are four topics for your syllabus. Topic number one of second term is business letters, and after that we are going to talk about one more topic, that is types of business letters. And these are the two topics which are related to business letters. After that, one more topic is there which is based on report writing. As you know, report writing is one of the important aspect in business. Every businessman has to write report in their day-to-day life. So how that report can be written? So that is your topic number 3, and that topic covers everything about report writing. And the last one is new trends in business communication. That is also we are going to discuss as soon as possible. Friends, as I told you, this is our first topic of second term, and we are starting with this topic. And I think we have met so many days back, and now we are here again for the first topic of business communication paper 2. And here we are going to talk about topic number 1, and that is business letters. As we know that in business organization, for the purpose of correspondence, letters are written, then drafts are made. So here we are going to talk about why this business letters are important, as well as we are going to talk about how the letter is playing an important role in business activities. So when it comes to business letters, we can understand one thing, and that thing is very clear. Whatever letter we write about business, whatever letter we write in business for day-to-day activities of business, those are covered under the concept or in the concept of business letter. So one thing you people have to remember here, and that is very clear in the mind of you guys. So when you want to go for letters as far as business is concerned, for or in business activity, n number of letters are written for day-to-day activities. For example, if you want to buy goods from the supplier, we need to write one order letter. Then if you want to make an inquiry about the material from your supplier, then you need to write one inquiry letter. Similarly, n number of letters are written. Those we are going to cover in topic number 2 of this particular paper, business communication 2. But in this letter, or in this particular topic, what we are going to discuss, we are going to discuss about the importance of business letter, what are the qualities of business letter, then how the letter is playing an important role in the business organization. That is also we are going to discuss. Apart from this, we are going to talk about the physical layout, and that can be also called as structure of business letter also we are going to discuss. And apart from that, we are going to talk on one more aspect, and that is what is a purpose of business letter, and for that letter is written in the organization. So that is our highlight today. So you have to remember this. What we are going to see, first of all, we are going to understand the concept of business letter. So as far as business letter is concerned, let me tell you one thing. Whatever correspondence that we make with business related beneficiaries, business related people, that can be called as what? Letters. So whatever letter we whatever letters that we write for the purpose of business activities in every business organization, those can be called as business letter. So this one is the concept of business letter. We are going to see the concept of business letter in a thorough manner. So this one is just an idea about business letter that I have given through this particular basic talk or introductory talks of this particular topic. Moving on to the next one, that is here we are going to talk about the introduction of business letter. So here we are going to understand the concept of business letter, things that we can do in business letter. So a letter, whether long or short, has to be planned before it is written. So see, whenever you are there to write a business letter, sometimes we write very short letters, sometimes we write very broad letters or lengthy letters as such. But whatever letters you want to write, there should be a plan in the mind of you guys. You need to make one simple plan. In plan, what you people have to consider, if people have to consider what is to be written, how it should be written, when it should be written, and so on. So there should be a plan with you guys while writing or before writing the letter. So see, whenever you are there to sit, whenever you sit for writing a letter, so there should be a plan in the mind of you guys for writing a letter, and that is called what? A planned letter. So here, as I told you, we write long letters, sometimes we write very short letters, and if you want to write a long letter or a short letter, there should be a plan in the mind of you guys. Without a plan, we cannot write a proper letter. So this is the first and important aspect that we need to have with us before writing the letter. So it should be planned in the mind of you guys. Then, when writing a business letter, the writer produces one-sided conversation with the reader, in the sense that he or she has to anticipate the reader's questions and provide answer to those questions. So let me tell you one concept. Basically, this letter writing is a one-sided communication. So here one thing is assumed. The person who is writing a letter is assuming something, as well as the person who is going to receive a letter is also assuming something. So there is a mutual understanding between the reader and the listener, and the reader and the writer. So the person who is writing has assumed something about the reader, as well as the reader has also assumed something about the writer. So this one is a concept, this one is the assumption in case of business letters. So this is what I said. Writing a business letter is making a communication by using only one way, or we can say a business letter is a one-way communication, and this way it can be done. So here you people have to take care of few things before going for the same things. So this is what this is called as business letters. Then we are going to talk about what can be done. A carelessly written letter may fail to secure an order of or loan. So most of the time, what happens, we do not take proper care of business letters, and we don't have any plan, and we write a letter. But whatever we want to convey through that letter, that cannot be conveyed because there is no plan with us. And when we have a plan with us, automatically we can convey whatever we want to convey through our letters. So this is what if you write a letter carelessly, that will create adverse impact in the mind of people, those who are reading the letter. And the last but not least, business letters assist you in sustaining your business relationship with other business or customers. So why letters are written? Basically, we are living in the age of 21st century. We are making correspondence through emails, we are making correspondence through WhatsApp chat and telegrams and all. So why there are letters is a thing that will sustain your business, that will create good relationship with your stakeholders. I think business is having concern with a number of things. Business is having concern with government, having concern with banks, then customers, then suppliers, creditors, and so on. So or investors also. So if they want to maintain relationship, if they want to maintain a good relationship with all these stakeholders, definitely there is a role of business letter, and business letters will definitely assist business organizations to create a very good relations with these kind of stakeholders. And this is what business letters should be there. So this one is just a brief an idea. This one is an idea about the concept of business letter. So what we people have understood, let me tell you. As far as business letters are concerned, these are the way, or this one is a way of making correspondence with the concerned people. So here, whenever you want to go for such kind of concern, whenever you want to make a correspondence or this kind of correspondence with your people, in that case you need to take care of a number of things. What are those things? Whenever you want to go for a brief letter or a broad letter, whenever you want to go for a long letter or a short letter, you should have one plan with you. And if your plan is ready, you can write a very nice letter that can be conveyed to the concerned stakeholder. If you write your letter carelessly, then whatever you want to convey, that should not be conveyed. And the last but not least, these business letters are playing very important role in creating relationship, in building relations with business and customers also, or other businesses or customers also. So what we can say, business letters are very important as far as business is concerned. Though we are living in the field of, or in the age of 21st century, still there is no option for the business letters, and business letters are useful to sustain the business organizations also. This is what I want to say something about business letters. So here we have done with the concept of business letters. Now we are going to talk about the purposes of business letters. As I told you at the beginning only, there are different purposes, and for those purposes business letters are written. If you want to write a business letter, there are different purposes. Even see, we also write some letters. We used to write some letters. Nowadays nobody is writing letter. They will just go to call only. But if we want to write some letters, there is one purpose. So behind writing a letter, there are n number of purposes. As far as business is concerned, in business organization, there are different purposes. Those are there, and for those purposes we write business letters. So number one is what? To inform. Here I have noted down some purposes of writing business letter. Number one is to inform, to congratulate, to inquire, to order, to request, to collect dues, to complain, to make an adjustment, to sell a product, service or scheme. So these are the different purposes. Apart from these purposes also, there are other purposes, and for that we write business letter. So I am going to talk about the purposes of business letter, or the purposes of writing business letters. So the first one that I am going to deal with you is to inform. For the purpose of informing, for the purpose of providing information, or if you want to inform something about your business, if you want to inform something about your products, if you want to inform something about your services, if you want to inform something about your schemes and all, for that also purposes, for those purposes also letters are written. For example, you are having one business, and if you want to inform your customers about the scheme, if you want to inform about your discount offers, then sales or seasonable sales to your customer, in that case letters are written, and we inform them whatever we are doing to our customer, and for the purpose of giving information, letters are written. So this would be the first purpose of writing business letter. Moving on to the second one, that is to congratulate. Most of the time we need to congratulate to our business organizations. Sometimes we congratulate our suppliers, we congratulate our investors, we congratulate our n number of people, and for those purposes also, or for that particular purpose also, we write business letter. Moving on to the third purpose of writing a business letter, that is to inquire. If you want to make an inquiry, if you want to get some sort of inquiry from your creditors, from your investors, those letters are written here also. Then if you want to order something, if you want to make an order to your people, if you want to write something about your product, if you want to place an order, order letter is written, and this is what order letter is must. So this is what order letter is written. So I hope you guys have understood the purposes of writing a business letter. So here we take a break, and whatever remaining purposes are there, those we are going to cover in next lecture. So that till then, just wait, I'll go for the next lecture very soon.